Introduction. Can you follow me? Evo mesutam ekan samayam bhagawa varanasiyam viharati isipatane migadaye tatrako bhagawa pinjavakiye bhikkhu amandesi bhagavati Padante te bhikkhu Bhagavato bija soso Bhagava ita davoja. Recite together introduction. Evo me sutam Ekan samayam Bhagava varanasiyam Viharati Isipatane migadaye Tadrako Bhagava Pinjavakiye bhikkhu Amandesi bhagavati Padante te bhikkhu Bhagavato bija soso Bhagava ita davoja. So Rupa, Anatta and Vedana Anatta recite together. Rupam bhagave Anatta Rupinja idam bhagave atta abhavesa Naidam rupam avadaya samvideya labetacha rupe evo me rupam hotu evo me rupam mahositi yasamacha ko bhagave rupanatta tasama rupam avadaya samvidati nacha lavati rupe evo me rupam hotu evo me rupam mahositi vedana bhagave natam Vena jahida bhagave atta bhavesa Naida vedana avadaya samvideya Lavetacha vedanaya Evo me vedana hotu Evo me vedana mahositi Yasamacha ko bhagave vedana natta Tasama vedana avadaya samvidati Nacha lavati vedanaya Evo me vedana hotu Evo me vedana mahositi. Translation, we read together, starting from introduction. Thus have I heard, at one time, the Blessed One was residing in the dear sanctuary of Isipadana, near the town of Varanasi. Then the Blessed One addressed a group of 5 monks. Here monks, they reply thus, soul or living entity, monks, if body was safe, it would not tend to afflict or distress. And it would also possible to say, let my body be thus, let my body not be thus. And it is not possible to say our body, let it be thus, let it not be thus. Monks, feeling is not safe, soul or living entity. Monks, if feeling was safe, it would not tend to afflict or distress, and it would also be possible to say, let my feeling be thus, let my feeling not be thus. Monks, in fact, feeling is not safe. Since it is not safe, it tends to afflict and distress, and it is not possible to say of feeling, let it be thus, let it not be thus. The feeling is not safe, Buddha said. So we need to consider whether feeling is safe or not safe, whether feeling afflict us or not, whether feeling can be managed to be always pleasant as we desire. If we carefully examine, feeling will become evident that it is almost always afflicting us, and that it arises not following our wish, but in accordance with its own conditioning circumstances. So yogi, you have to find out within your personal experiences. You have to find out that feeling afflict you now and often, that you can never have your wish fulfilled to be always enjoying good sights. You can never have your wish fulfilled to be always good news, good songs, good smell, good food, soft touch, etc. When you find out, you will have discovered that unpleasant feeling happen more than pleasant one. That we cannot have feeling as we wish is because feeling is not safe, nor our inner substance. And Buddha continued to explain why feeling is not safe. Direct evidence of how feeling is not safe. And Buddha said, because as a matter of fact, feeling is not safe. Since feeling is not safe, it tends to affliction, and it is not possible to manage feeling. Let my feeling be always pleasant, let my feeling not be always unpleasant. In reality, feeling is not safe, so it oppresses by painful feeling and mental distress. And it is not our control, being unable to keep it always pleasant and never unpleasant. So Buddha had explained that feeling is not safe in a substance because it tends to afflict. And feeling is not safe since it cannot be managed as we wish. Although it is evident that feeling is oppressive and ungovernable, there are some people with strong attachment to wrong belief in self and intense craving. They trust in pleasurable sensation. They are proud of their pleasurable sensation. They cling to feeling as self and take delight in that feeling. However, careful consideration will reveal that moments of joy and happiness are few compared to occasions of suffering and distress. There has been constant accommodation and adjusting to condition to maintain ourselves comfortably. We suffer discomforts of feeling stiff, cramped, hot, and of aching when confined to one position for long, unless we make necessary adjustment in body postures to relieve our pain. The oppressive nature of feeling is quite evident, even if we consider only the case of our eyes, which needs constant accommodation by frequent winking and occasional blinking. Without these adjustments, eyes very tired. Meditators carefully observe their eyes, winking and blinking frequently. Without these adjustments, tiredness in the eye will become unbearable. Other organs of the body also need similar accommodation. Even with constant adjustment, feeling under certain circumstances is likely to inflict severe pains and suffering, which may lead to serious illness resulting even in death. There are many incidents where the afflicted person, unable to bear the oppression of feeling any longer, finally, they have to sought the termination of their own lives by committing suicide. They cannot be they cannot be patient with that dukkha vedana. The physical pain and suffering just mentioned are not inflicted entirely by Vedana. Rupa, body also contributes its share of oppression. So we have two oppressors, feeling and body, Vedana and Rupa. They share their oppression. Rupa contribute its share of oppression. Rupa is the original source of troubles. And mental distress and suffering are affliction caused solely by feeling without the aid of Rupa. When parents, husbands, wives, sons and daughters the nearest and dearest one die, feeling inflict sorrow, grief, lamentation on the believed ones. In the same way, there is intense mental suffering, which may even result in death or the loss of wealth and property, and frustration and discontent owing to his failure to solve life problems, separation from his associates and friends, unfulfilled hopes and desire are the forms of oppression inflicted by feeling. So you understand Kaika Dukkha, bodily pains, aches, and discomfort are a forms of Kaika Dukkha, and worry, misery, unhappiness, and sadness are Chitasika Dukkha. So Kaika and Cetasika, these two forms combine to make the first type of suffering, that is Dukkha Dukkha. The nature is suffering and its name is suffering, so it is called Dukkha Dukkha, dreaded by every sentient being. So Dukkha Vedana is really Dukkha, unendurable physical suffering and mental suffering is Dukkha Dukkha. So need to remember this is real Dukkha. Can you follow me? Unendurable physical and mental suffering is Dukkha Dukkha. Unendurable physical and mental suffering is Dukkha Dukkha. So Dukkha Vedana is really Dukkha, really suffering. Unpleasant feeling, unpleasurable feelings are Dukkha Dukkha, physical pain and mental pain. And then how about Sukha? Pleasurable feeling, pleasant feeling are very comforting. They give us happiness while they last. Pleasurable feeling are very comforting by giving happiness while they last. Later on, it proved to be a source of distress. When they disappear after their momentary manifestation, he or she is left with a wistful memory and yearning for them. So he has to be constantly endeavoring in order to maintain this pleasant, happy state. So people go in pursuit of pleasant states, even risking their lives. If they happen to use illegal and immoral means in such pursuits, retribution is bound to overtake them either in this lifetime or in the states of woe. Thus, apparently, pleasant sensation, sukha vedana, also inflict pain and distress. So now you understand pleasant feeling. Sukha vedana is also dukkha. It is viprinama dukkha. Pleasurable physical sensation arising from agreeable tactile impression. That is kayika sukha. Joyful state in mind arising from reviewing pleasant sense object is called Cetasika Sukha. So these Kaika Sukha and Cetasika Sukha of happy states please everyone, please every creatures. We all beings go after these two happy states day and night, the whole life, even to the extent of risking their lives. When these are attained, they are so happy, their happiness knows no bound. Nevertheless, while they are rejoicing with blissful contentment, if the sense objects which have given them much intense delight and enjoyment disappear, or if these sense objects get destroyed, so much agitated, great would be their agitation, followed by intense distress. When the wealth they have accumulated in the form of gold, money, or property suddenly is lost through fire, water, through one reason or another, when death or separation comes to his beloved members of the family, spouse or children, intense grief and distress ensue, which may even cause mental derangement. So these two forms of happiness, Kaika Sukha and Cetasika Sukha, pleasurable physical sensation and mental sensation, are also types of suffering known as Viprinama Dukkha. These pleasurable sensations are also dukkha, suffering, because of change. While they last, they may appear very enjoyable, only to be replaced by extreme grief and despair when they vanish. So these pleasant sensations are also dukkha. So happiness arising from physical comfort and mental joy is called viparinama dukkha. Need to remember viparinama dukkha when we enjoy pleasant object. We need to be aware. Can you follow me? Happiness arising from physical comfort and mental joy is called viparinama dukkha. Happiness arising from physical comfort and mental joy is called viparinama dukkha. So pleasant sensation, physical or mental sensations are dukkha because of change. And then how about upekha vedana? Unpleasant sensation, dukkha vedana is dukkha. Pleasant sensation is also suffering. And neutral sensation, equanimous feeling, it is like sukha vedana. Equanimous feeling produce comfort and happiness. And like pleasant feeling, it requires constant effort to maintain its states, which of course require tiresome trouble and burden. Both pleasant feeling and neutral feeling are not enduring. They are of fleeting nature. They require constant labor for their continuous arising. So such activities which involve continuous striving constitute sankhara dukkha, suffering due to formation. So now you understand upekha vedana is also dukkha. This is ordinary everyday sense which we see, hear, or comes into contact with in different sense objects, inspire neither a feeling of pleasure nor of pain. This neutral medial condition, which by its nature is neither painful nor pleasurable, is called equanimous feeling, upekha vedana. This upekha vedana, neutral equanimity, does not, however, exist permanently. They do not last. It needs constant maintenance of necessary conditions for their continuity of this medial state. So this implies laborious effort, which of course is suffering. So this equanimous feeling, neither painful nor pleasurable, is called sankhara dukkha. So equanimous feeling and Namarupa, mind and matter, formation of mundane sphere are called Sankhara Dukkha. Need to remember, can you follow me? Equanimous feeling and Namarupa formation of mundane sphere are Sankhara Dukkha. Equanimous feeling and Namarupa formation of mundane sphere are called Sankhara Dukkha. So all feeling, Sukha Vedana, Dukkha Vedana, unpleasant feeling, Sukha Vedana, pleasant feeling, Upekha Vedana, neutral feeling, all are Dukkha, all are suffering. Dukkha Vedana is Dukkha, Dukkha suffering. Sukha Vedana, pleasant feeling is Viprinama Dukkha, suffering because of change. Upekha Vedana is Sankhara Dukkha. So every feeling is suffering. So there is just a brief indication of the oppressive nature of all these feeling, sukha, pleasant feeling, dukkha vedana, unpleasant feeling, and upekha vedana, neutral feeling. If there were no feeling, if there were no vedana, there would be no experiencing of pain or pleasure, either physically or mentally. There would be freedom from suffering. Take for instance a log, a post, a stone, or a lump of earth. They have no feeling, they do not suffer in any way. Even when subjected to hacking, beating, crushing, burning, they remain unaffected. But observe our Namarupa. Namarupa, the continuum of mind and matter, which are associated with Vedana, feeling, is however afflicted with suffering in many ways. So it is clear that feeling is not self, Vedana anatta, feeling is not inner substance. So feeling is unmanageable and it is not to our will. Just consider the fact that we cannot manage things as we wish, so that we may see or hear only what is pleasant. We cannot manage things as we wish, so that we may taste and smell only what is delicious and sweet. Even with great effort and labor, we try to get only what is most desirable to see, hear, taste, or smell. These objects are not lasting. These objects are not enduring. We can enjoy them only for a short while before they vanish. So we cannot manage as we wish and maintain a state in which pleasant and desirable things will not disappear but remain permanently. We cannot manage as we wish. When pleasant objects of sight, etc. vanish, they are replaced by undesirable objects of sight, etc., which of course causes suffering. And it has been stated that unpleasant sounds are more oppressive than unpleasant sight. Undesirable smell is worse than undesirable sounds, and undesirable taste is far worse still. Toxic substance, when taken internally, may cause even death. The worst of all is the unpleasant sense of touch. When pricked by thorn, injured by a fall, wounded by weapons, scorched by fire, afflicted by diseases, the suffering which ensues is always very painful. It may be so intense as to cause clamorous outbursts of wailing, resulting even in death. So these are instances of unpleasant feeling, dukkha vedana, which cannot be commended not to happen. That which is unmanageable is surely not safe. Vedana is thus not safe, and it is not proper to cling to it, believing it to be safe, our inner substance. These incidents relate only to feeling experienced in our human world. The feeling of the four netherworlds are far more excruciating. Animals such as deer, cattle, buffalo, poultry, pigs, etc., they have to face tormenting troubles almost all the time. They always need help. Help me. They cry for help, but no one to assist them, or no one to guard them against these afflictions. The betas, hungry ghosts, have to suffer more than the animals, but the hell beings, the needier states, suffer the most. All the time they see horrible sights, horrible sounds, etc. Millions and millions of years they have to suffer because of their bad deeds. So we cannot think that these four woeful states have nothing to do with us until and unless we have attained the stage of Sotapanna, the noble ones, the Ariyas. There is always the possibility that we have to face the suffering in the lower states. Thus, as feeling tends to affliction in every existence, it cannot be regarded as self, atta, or inner core, of individual being of each existence. And it is not possible to manage as we wish, so that unpleasant feeling should not arise. Undesirable feeling arise inevitably of their own accord. Mental distress which we do not wish to arise make their appearance all the same. Which all these go to prove the uncontrollable nature of Vedana. We all, each being has to face, has to meet with these feelings which cannot be managed as we wish. And so, feeling cannot be self, feeling cannot be our own inner substance. And again, Buddha said, because feeling is not self, not one's inner substance. If feeling was self, then feeling would not tend to afflict or distress. And it is not possible to manage a feeling. Let my feeling be always pleasant. Let my feeling not be unpleasant. So in reality, feeling is not self. One's inner substance. So it tends to afflict or distress, and it is not possible to manage a feeling. Let my feeling be always pleasant. Let my feeling not be always unpleasant. So as stated in this canonical text, the feeling which is felt in our own body tends to affliction, and it is not under our control. So it is very clear that feeling is not self, not our inner substance. Nevertheless, ordinary people cling to the belief. It is I who suffer after experiencing happiness. It is I who enjoy as circumstances favor after going through distress. So clinging to belief in self is not easy to be eradicated completely. This belief in self with respect to feeling is abandoned only through our personal realizations of the true nature of feeling. The realization can be brought about by Satipatthana Vipassana practice. Now you are practicing to remove this wrong belief. You have to contemplate every arising feeling. That is Satipatthana meditation instruction. Every arising pleasant feeling, every arising unpleasant feeling, every arising neutral feeling. By contemplating on every arising feeling in accordance with Satipatthana practice, this belief in self can be abandoned. Now we will deal with how this utter clinging can be discarded by contemplation of feeling. Now, according to Vipassana instruction, according to Satipatthana Vipassana guidance, you are practicing Kaya Nupassana, you sit comfortably, you keep noting rising, falling, sitting, touching. You will come to notice in time uncomfortable sensation of pain, stiffness, hotness arising. Concentrate on these various feelings as they arise. Focus on pain, 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 or stiffness, stiffness, or hot, hot, etc. Focus on that dukkha vedana, unpleasant feeling. During the initial period, when your concentration is not yet strong, these distressing feelings may get more and more intensified, but yogi have to be patient with their pains and discomfort as long as possible. Keep on noting the various sensations as they arise. When your concentration gets strengthened, the discomforting pain will gradually lose their intensity and begin to perish away. With your very deep concentration, these sensations will vanish as if removed by hand, even while they are being noted. These feelings may never come back again in trouble to you. We see a example of this cessation of feeling when the Venerable Mahakassapa and Venerable Moggallana found themselves, after listening to the discourse on Bhujanga Sutta, relief or ailments which afflicted them. But prior to advent of strong concentration, yogi will find the painful sensation in one place disappear, only to arise another form or distressing feeling at another site. When this new sensation is heedfully noted, it vanishes away, to be in turn replaced by another form of sensation in yet another place. When the distressing feeling have been observed for a considerable time, to be repeatedly appearing and vanishing in this way, personal realization comes to the yogi. Yogi realizes that feeling is always oppressive. Unpleasant feeling cannot be managed not to arise. Unpleasant feeling is uncontrollable. Pleasant as well as unpleasant feeling are not self, not my inner substance. It is anatta, it is non-self. It is your true knowledge of contemplation on anatta, non-self. Now, yogi who has observed the vanishing of feeling in the course of contemplation recalls the opposite nature of feeling while it lasted. You understand that feeling has disappeared not because of your wish, nor in obedience to your command to do so. Feeling despair as a result of necessary condition brought about by your concentrated mental power. Feeling is truly ungovernable. So yogi realized that feeling, whether pleasant or painful, is a natural process arising of its own accord. It is not self, nor inner substance, but just anatta, non-self. Furthermore, the incessant arising and vanishing of feeling, as it is being noted, also establish the fact that the feeling has the nature of non-self. A yogi practice diligently. Very soon you will reach the stage of Udiyabhaya Jnana, the knowledge of rise and fall, the knowledge of the arising and falling of compounded things. The yogi noticed that your meditation and practice of taking note of phenomena is being accomplished with ease and comfort. There's no pain, no suffering at this stage. Yeah, you see the natural phenomena as they really are. And it is the manifestation of a specially sukha vedana, pleasant feeling. Pleasant feeling, sukha vedana, cannot be maintained for long, however much you wish for it. When your concentration wanes, when your concentration becomes weakens, the pleasant feeling vanish and may not arise again in spite of your yearning for it. Then it dawns upon the yogi that feeling is not subjected to your will and it is ungovernable. So feeling is not self, the inner substance. A yogi realizes through personal experience the non-self nature of feeling. And also yogi clearly see the non-self nature of feeling because of its dissolution in each occasion of your noting. In the initial stage of meditating, yogis suffer from physical pain or stiffness, itching or feeling hot. Occasionally you suffer also mental distress or disappointment, digestion, fear, disliking. But yogis should keep on noting these unpleasant feelings. Yogi will come to know that why these unpleasant feelings are manifesting themselves. Pleasant sensation, good feeling do not arise. However, on some occasions, yogi experience in the course of meditation the very pleasant sensation, both physical pleasant and mental pleasant sensation arise in you. For instance, when you think of happy incidents, happy feelings are evolved. Yogi should keep on noting your pleasant feeling as they arise. Then yogi will come to know that while pleasant feelings are manifesting themselves, unpleasant sensation, bad feeling do not arise. However, on the whole, the yogi is mostly engaged in noting the coming and going of ordinary physical and mental process, such as rising and falling of the abdomen and ordinary thoughts, which produce neither painful nor pleasurable sensation, upekha vedana. So the yogi have to note these occasions when neutral feeling only is evident. Then you understand that when the equanimous feeling arises, both painful feeling and pleasurable feeling are absent. So with your personal knowledge comes to the realization that feeling is that which makes a momentary appearance, only to vanish away soon. So feeling is transitory, and feeling is not self, not ego, which is to be regarded as permanent. So we have to stop our feeling today. Next time we will continue contemplations of feeling by practicing Satipatthana Vipassana meditation, by observing every feeling, every arising pleasant feeling, every arising unpleasant feeling and neutral feeling, by noting, rising, falling, sitting, touching, seeing, hearing, continuously and meticulously. May all yogis be liberated from all suffering. May all yogis realize the real peace in the very near future.